Hey everyone. So there's this one area in crypto that I've been absolutely fascinated by lately, and I really want to dive into it with you today. Stablecoins. Now, here's what's wild about stablecoins. They're not just changing crypto anymore. They're literally reshaping traditional finance as we know it. And get this, we're talking about some of the biggest names on the planet taking notice. I'm talking institutional giants, government officials, the whole 9 yards. You know what? I genuinely believe we're witnessing crypto grow up right before our eyes. It's like watching a teenager finally become an adult. Speaking of growing up, A16Z Crypto just dropped their latest State of Crypto report, and wow, the timing couldn't be more perfect. Their main theme this year? The crypto industry is officially maturing. We're seeing traditional banks and fintech companies launching crypto products left and right. Stablecoins have gone completely mainstream. Blockchains are getting faster and cheaper by the day. And here's the kicker. The regulatory shift in the US has builders feeling confident again. But wait, there's more. The numbers are absolutely mind-blowing. The crypto industry isn't just growing, it's exploding. We're looking at somewhere between 40 to 70 million monthly active users now. That's 10 million more people than just last year. Can you believe that? And here's where it gets really crazy. The total crypto market just smashed through $4 trillion in market cap. Plus, crypto mobile wallet users hit all-time highs, jumping 20% from last year alone. Now, let's talk about the real superstar here, stablecoins. Brace yourself for this number, because it's going to blow your mind. They've processed $46 trillion in annual transactions. Let me put that in perspective for you. That's 20 times more than PayPal handles in a year, and 3 times what Visa processes annually. Think about that for a second. If you want to send $1 anywhere in the world, fast, cheap, and without any hassle, stablecoins are your best friend. But here's what really gets me excited. Stablecoins aren't just a crypto story anymore. They've become a macroeconomic force. More than 1% of all US dollars are now living as stablecoins on public blockchains. That's insane when you think about it. And get this, stablecoins are holding over $150 billion in US treasuries. That's more than many entire countries hold. We're talking sovereign nation levels of treasury holdings here. The institutional adoption is what really tells the story, though. Look at this lineup. Robinhood, BlackRock, Fidelity, MasterCard, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, PayPal. I mean, everyone who's anyone is jumping on board. You know what's got me so pumped about all this? We're literally watching the birth of a new financial system in real time. I've been talking about this for years, and now it's actually happening right before our eyes. These blockchain rails are becoming the new backbone of finance. Let me show you just how incredible this growth is. When you compare stablecoins to traditional payment systems, it's absolutely wild. We're only about $40 trillion away from matching ACH's yearly transaction volume. And here's the thing. Stablecoins aren't slowing down. If anything, they're speeding up. The collaboration we're seeing is next level too. Take Citi, for example. They're working with Coinbase to literally build the future of payments. They're exploring ways to make digital assets easier for their clients, unlocking stablecoin payment power and improving those on- and off-ramps we all need. This is it, everyone. We're watching some of the most established names in traditional finance make the shift to on-chain. The revolution isn't coming, it's already here. And here's the thing, they want to fully embrace this technology to get themselves on-chain. This is just more proof that crypto isn't going anywhere. It's here to stay. Period. Now check this out. Visa is taking things to the next level. They're enabling payments in 4 different stablecoins across 4 blockchains with full fiat conversion support. I mean, come on. This is crystal clear confirmation that the big players know they need to take this seriously. Think about it. Visa, Citi, and basically every major institutional player jumping into crypto right now, they've all realized the same thing. It's make it or break it time. They either tap in now or they get left behind. And honestly, nobody wants to be the company that missed the boat on this transformation. This is exactly why we're seeing stablecoins absolutely explode in growth. The numbers are just incredible. We recently smashed through 200 million stablecoin holders. Let that sink in for a moment. 200 million people.
The stats just keep getting crazier. Monthly active addresses are up almost 24%, sitting close to 35 million. Monthly transfer volume up a whopping 47% to $4.85 trillion. And the total market cap has hit $295 billion. I know these numbers sound wild, but honestly, this is exactly what we should have expected. Let me take you back for a second. Just a couple years ago, we already knew stablecoins were going to be huge. Remember what Ripple told us back in November 2022? They said, hey, the stablecoin race is on. Now, I'll be honest, a lot of us didn't take it as seriously as we should have back then. But looking at where we are now, they were absolutely spot on. Back in November 2022, there was already over $140 billion in stablecoins. Sure, we saw a dip through the end of 2023, but after that, this thing just went absolutely ballistic to the upside. And the transfer volume numbers, they're absolutely mind-boggling. We just recorded one of the largest months ever for transfer volume, over $4.7 trillion. Just to put that in perspective, that's bigger than what we saw in December 2024. Like I keep saying, stablecoins are not slowing down. Now, when we're talking about this space, we obviously have to mention Ripple and RLUSD. There's going to be some amazing discussions at RippleSwell. And guess what? Securitize is going to be there too, talking about global growth and building trust with RLUSD. At this point, stablecoins are the hot topic at practically every major crypto event. It totally makes sense that RLUSD is getting the spotlight at RippleSwell. But here's what makes this really interesting. It's coming from Securitize. Why does that matter? Well, let me break it down for you. When we look at tokenization platforms by value, Securitize is the 3rd largest player, with $4.5 billion tied to their platform. These guys are absolute giants in this space. They recently partnered up with Ripple, and now we're going to see RLUSD getting major focus. And look, I'm bringing up RLUSD not just because this touches on XRP, but because we're literally watching RLUSD grow at an incredible pace right before our eyes. Check out this announcement that just dropped. RLUSD, 1 year, 1 billion plus in market cap, fully backed 1-to-1 with USD. They're calling it the #1 trusted, transparent stablecoin for institutions. With Ripple Prime, G Treasury, and Rail now all joining the effort, RLUSD and XRP are set to drive faster, more efficient, and compliant settlement worldwide. This is the future of finance happening right now. And this is exactly how we're advancing the future of finance, everyone. Now, I know a lot of you have been asking about this in the comments. Many people were pointing out that RLUSD was mainly being issued on Ethereum at first. Well, guess what? We just smashed through 1 billion, and the picture is changing fast. Let me show you what RLUSD looks like right now. We're sitting at 1.02 billion. That's up almost 30% in just the last 30 days. Monthly transfer volume is at $5 billion, down slightly by 2.3%. But here's what's really exciting. Monthly active addresses and holders are up 3 to 4%. But wait, this is where it gets really interesting. Look at the growth on the XRP ledger specifically. In the last 30 days alone, the amount of RLUSD on the XRP ledger has exploded by over 122%. This is huge because it's telling us they're starting to issue massive amounts of RLUSD directly on the XRP ledger now. And why is that happening? Because practically all the recent moves involving RLUSD are centered around the XRP ledger and XRP itself. Check out this data from rwa.xyz about the XRP ledger. It's absolutely incredible. The stablecoin market cap is up almost 50% in the last 30 days, hitting over $400 million. But here's the number I've been laser focused on: the stablecoin 30-day transfer volume. We're looking at almost $550 million. And get this, it's up nearly 120% in just the last month. When we talk about stablecoin adoption on the XRP ledger, this thing is picking up serious momentum. I am so pumped about this. And it's not just RLUSD either. We're seeing more and more stablecoins launching on the XRP ledger all the time. I've mentioned this before, and I think we're going to see way more stablecoins choose the XRP ledger over time. Right now, we're watching USDB grow. We've got BBRL, RLUSD, obviously, EUROP, AUDD, USDC, and several others. There are even more coming, like Gears 5 that we haven't seen yet. The stablecoin market is really waking up across these amazing networks. Here's what's so smart about this strategy. The more adoption these stablecoins get, the more value flows through them, and that creates positive network effects for the underlying infrastructure. It's like a snowball effect that benefits everyone.
So why has RLUSD been growing so dramatically lately? Well, it's all about the acquisitions and market expansion that's been happening. Bitpanda just announced that RLUSD is now available on their platform. For those who don't know, Bitpanda is pretty massive. They've got over 103,000 followers. Having RLUSD support on major exchanges like this gives way more users access to buy it, hold it, and use it for trading. And that's not all. Bitrue also announced RLUSD support, and they're even bigger than Bitpanda, with over 430,000 followers. This is all about getting RLUSD in front of more eyeballs and into more hands. Plus, with all those acquisitions I mentioned, Ripple Prime and the expansion into Africa, they're really opening up RLUSD access in new markets. The Africa expansion was particularly exciting because it's opening up a whole new continent of users. And here's something that really caught my attention. DBS, Franklin Templeton, and Ripple just partnered up to launch trading and lending solutions powered by tokenized money market funds. This is next-level institutional adoption right here. And of course, this is all happening with RLUSD on the XRP ledger. This is absolutely massive. But wait, there's even more exciting stuff coming. Ahead of RippleSwell, Ripple is showcasing how blockchain payments can drive real-world impact with humanitarian aid companies. Think about this. They can slash settlement times from days down to just seconds. That means faster aid delivery and way greater impact, exactly where it's needed most. Now, we don't have exact numbers yet on what kind of impact this will have, but here's what we know for certain. We're seeing more and more expansions happening around RLUSD as a stablecoin every single day. Ripple has made it clear they want RLUSD to be a top 5 stablecoin. And honestly, the best part about this whole journey is watching the XRP ledger get major adoption through RLUSD. We're literally seeing the XRP ledger become the main network that RLUSD gets issued on. Sure, we've still got some catching up to do compared to Ethereum, but having $200 million worth of RLUSD issued on the XRP ledger, that's an incredible start. And the entire stablecoin market on the XRP ledger is picking up serious momentum. I am so pumped about this.
I have a feeling that by the time this video goes live, we're probably going to hear even more exciting news about RLUSD from Ripple. I really think Ripple Swell is going to be a huge event where we get to dive deep into what they're doing to support not just RLUSD, but stablecoins in general. And remember, Securitize is one of the biggest tokenization platforms out there, so having them focus on supporting extremely trustworthy, transparent stablecoins like RLUSD, that's fantastic news for everyone involved. Here's my main takeaway from all of this. Stablecoins are only going to keep growing bigger and bigger. The demand for super liquid, transparent, and compliant stablecoins is getting stronger every single day. RLUSD is positioned perfectly in this market right now. Ripple's timing with this launch was absolutely brilliant. You can see it in all the growth numbers and every single move Ripple has been making recently. It really shows you the massive impact that RLUSD is going to have on their future business strategy. Because here's the thing, RLUSD is becoming a key part of practically every acquisition they're making. And the same goes for XRP. I am genuinely excited about what's coming next for RLUSD, for XRP, and for Ripple as a whole. The future is looking incredibly bright. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on today's deep dive into the stablecoin revolution. If you found this valuable and want to stay on top of all the latest crypto developments, definitely smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn those notifications on so you never miss an update.